Hello, sir.
Yeah, let us start. Let us start the program. 65 people joined. Let other people join. They have a recording. The recorded video will be sent to all people. Okay. Let us start the program. Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
Doctor.
It is health that is real wealth, not pieces of gold and silver, said Mahatma Gandhi. With this note, I would like to begin this show. A very pleasant evening to the Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Rajan Matthew Sebastian, to the constant motivators, Dr. Balamurugan sir, who is the program coordinator, and Dr. Balamurli sir, who is the program officer, and to the rest energetic volunteers. Before going forward, I would like to introduce myself. I am Jayavarsha, the anchor for today's show. Awareness towards coronavirus disease and its prevention methods. Want to obviously tell about NSS VIT Chennai. It renders service to the society and people all through the year. Before the pandemic phase began, there were a lot of physical activities conducted, which includes Indian Coast Guard event, blood donation camps, spreading awareness in villages, even spending time with orphanages and in old age homes, and many more. We measure success by sweat and service. Unfortunately, we all know how pandemic affected us very badly. Even pandemic has not stopped NSS from doing what we were supposed to do. It is a fact that the platform via which we all are servicing has changed, but the actions will never change. We had conducted a lot of events through online mode. Moving on to the Novel Nation. Novel Nation is a community of book lovers whose aim is to connect the nation through Little Free Library. As said, every single drop makes a mighty ocean. Novel Nation contributes so much to NSS to attain its height. In this pandemic situation, in the second wave of COVID, we have lost many close people, many lost jobs. In fact, we have lost many of our social workers, nurses, doctors, and many more. These are dreadful news. Unbearable, right? Yeah. So, we Novel Nation team from NSS VIT Chennai has decided to have an awareness program on coronavirus disease so that people could gain some more knowledge on COVID and how to prevent it from being affected. To explain it with us, we have Dr. Rajan Mathu Sebastian, who has completed his MBBS from Mount Zion Medical College, Ador, and he is currently pursuing his PG. I would like to welcome the man of distinctive vision, a fountainhead of illuminating ideas, an idol of knowledge and experience, an inspiration to all of us. It is indeed grateful to have you with us, sir, on this great evening. Welcome you, sir. Now, I would
Thank.
like to thank you, sir. Now, I would like to call upon our program coordinator, Dr. Balamurugan, sir, to share a few words.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Jayavarsha.
Yes,
So
sir.
really, it is time to conduct this type of program. First, I would like to thank Dr. Rajan Matthew Sebastian for accepting our invitation to clarify our doubts, to do more awareness on COVID-19 disease. In fact, everybody knows about what COVID-19 what it is a disease, but in spite of having some knowledge on COVID-19, still many of us, even including me, having so many doubts. So we need some specialist, we need some doctor. So in this regard, Dr. Rajan Matthew Sebastian has kindly accepted our invitation. So first, we thank you, sir, on behalf of VIT Chennai, NSS. And then um, see, as Jayavarsha said, we conduct many programs in online, even though even through this COVID-19 pandemic. But day by day the virus mutated, then it's spread, rapidly spread among the society. So many people are dying day by day. Even as Jayavarsha said, known people. In the recent days, we lost many recent what is this? In the recent days, I'm telling, many known people closely known people died. It is very pathetic. So on this pathetic situation, really it is great to have Dr. Rajan Matthew Sebastian with us. So I don't like to take much of your time. So once again, on behalf of VIT Chennai, my own behalf, NSS VIT gives you a warm welcome to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. It was a warm addressing. I would like to call upon our program officer, Dr. Balamurli sir, to share a couple of words.
Later on, let him share. You please
Okay, sir.
proceed with it.
Okay, sir. Before heading towards the event, I request the participants a couple of things I'll tell you. During the session, if you have any queries, please do drop them in the chat box. It would be answered at the end of the session. And if you guys want to unmute yourself, then please raise your hand. We'll unmute you. So now I would request our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Rajan Matthew Sebastian, sir, to address the gathering. We are eagerly waiting for your words, sir, to keep us safe and to stay away from COVID.
Okay. Thank you, Jayosha, and thank you, sir, for giving me such a warm welcome. So thank you all for inviting me to this meeting. And with this, I think I just start the session. Okay. Initially, I will take a small session regarding, it will be the basic concept. It will be the basic things regarding the coronavirus and the COVID disease. Then after that, you can ask me your doubts, and I will try to clear your doubts at my level best. Okay.
They want to make you as a presenter, sir?
Okay. Is my screen sharing?
Yes, sir. Now it is coming.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yes, coming.
Okay. Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. So now we are starting our session. As we all know, the thing we are going to discuss is coronavirus disease. The COVID, the full form of COVID is coronavirus disease 2019. And some others will say that it is China originated viral disease 2019, but the original name is coronavirus disease 2019. Okay. The organism causing the COVID-19 is SARS-CoV-2. SARS is severe acute respiratory syndrome. Then coronavirus 2. Okay. The thing that you have to, I am telling some of the things that you must remember. Okay. Then how the disease will spread. Okay. The disease will spread through droplets. Okay. And also the infected aerosols. You know what is an aerosol? Aerosol is it is a suspension of fine air. It is a suspension of fine fluid droplets in the air. It is, I will say an example. You can see the fog, mist, and dust. These are examples of these aerosols. Okay. So through these infected aerosols also, we can get the disease. Okay. And also by touching the surface which are contaminated with the virus. Okay. In all these conditions, if these infected droplets or these infected aerosols, or after touching the surface which are contaminated with the virus, if they come in contact with your nose, in the diagram it is given, if it come in contact with your eyes, your nose, or your mouth. Okay. In clearly we can say the mucosa. Okay, your eyes, your nose, and your mouth, then you will get the disease. Okay. The thing you have to understand is that what happened if the virus get inside your body, or if the virus enter your body. Okay. The virus enters through your mucosa. Mucosa means the lining of the lining which is inside your mouth and inside your nose. It is not just same as the lining of your skin. Okay. It is somewhat soft. Through this, the virus enters in our body. Okay. When the virus enters in our body, we know that our body is made up of cells. Okay. When the virus enters in our body, it will enter into a cell with the help of this spike protein. We have seen that the structure of the virus, in the structure of the virus, we can see here, there is a spike proteins are there. Okay. With the help of these spike proteins, the virus will enter into our cell. Okay. After entering into our cell, the virus will make our cell to produce its own viral particles. Okay, the virus use our cell to produce its viral particle, and the virus will multiplicate in our body. Okay, so we all know that our body has its own defense mechanism, right? We all know that if we contract any disease, we will get cure from that. It is because of the defense mechanism of our body. Okay, once the virus multiplicate in our body, our defense mechanism will also become active. That's the reason why we are getting out of the disease. Okay, so I will tell the remaining things later. Okay, then what are the symptoms if we get the coronavirus disease? The first thing you have to remember is that coronavirus disease in early in during the first phase, the 80% of the patients were asymptomatic. Okay, and only 15 to 20% had got symptoms. Okay, this time also most of the people are asymptomatic or with mild symptoms. Only minimal proportion is going for severe disease. Okay, the symptoms are fever. I think you if you have the symptoms are you all know most of the symptoms because it is much common. You have heard a lot of times. Okay, the symptoms are fever with chills, then cough will be dry cough. You have to remember, cough will be dry cough. Then there will be shortness of breath or difficult breathing. Then the person will be having fatigue, muscle or body ache, then headache. Then there will be loss of taste or smell, then sore throat, congestion or runny nose, nausea or vomiting, and diarrhea. These are the symptoms which a person will show if he has contracted coronavirus disease. Okay, okay, then the treatment of the disease, it is mainly supportive. You must the thing you have to understand is that in coronavirus disease, the one thing we are just managing is we are giving just giving supportive care. If the person is having fever, we will give medication to reduce the fever, that is paracetamol. Okay, if the oxygen saturation of the patient decreases, we will give oxygen supply to the patient. Okay, in coronavirus disease, our immune system, there is a chance that our immune system become weakened. In that condition, the bacteria which were normally not which were normally kept apart by our immune system will begin to multiply and produce disease. Okay, this is the reason why we are giving antibiotics in COVID treatment. Okay, it has to, you have to remember it properly. Antibiotics are never effective for killing viruses. We are giving antibiotics to prevent the secondary infection caused by bacteria because of the reduced immunity of the person who has got corona disease. Okay, then anticoagulant. uh, uh, as I have already told, the virus which enters into our body. Okay, then our defense mechanisms become active. Okay, our body will produce cytokines. These cytokines, it is the one which is producing all these symptoms. It is the one which is increasing your body temperature to prevent the multiplication of virus. It is the one which is causing your headache, myalgia. It is the one which is causing your inflammation of your inflammation of your throat, giving you sore throat. And also it is affecting the intestine, and this is the one which is responsible for most of your symptoms. Okay, so if this cytokines, if it becomes exceed, if it is produced in a large amount, it is not good for our body. Okay, so we have to control these cytokines. In that condition, we will give steroid. Okay, I have not written steroid here. In that condition, we will give steroid. Okay, another condition we give steroid is that you if a person after after he got COVID disease, after 4 or 5 days he is getting severe symptoms, which is he is having great fever. Then if the cough is aggravating, or if the person is having difficulty in breathing, he is having loss of consciousness, blood in sputum. In that condition, what is happening here is that our body will produce antibodies against this virus. Okay, no viruses actually this antibiotics, what is the sole purpose of we giving antibiotics for your infection? The main purpose is that we are just reducing the bacterial count so that our body can clear the remaining bacteria from our body. Our body's defense mechanism can remove the remaining bacteria from our body. Our body is the one which is removing or killing the virus. Okay. When our body will kill the virus by producing antibodies. Okay. Antibodies are just nothing. They are just protein which are produced by our body to kill these viruses. Okay. But a problem is that the antibodies are mainly produced against these spike proteins. We all know that the spike proteins are mainly responsible for infecting the cells. So the antibodies are mainly produced against these spike proteins. Some of the molecules in our body, okay, some of the molecules in our body, they are similar to these spike proteins which are present on the virus. Okay. So what will happen? Instead of attacking along with attacking the spike protein of the virus, the antibodies will attack our normal cells also. Okay, because of the molecular similarity. So what will happen? It will affect the blood vessels. It will affect the blood vessel, then the lining of the blood vessel. If it affects the lining of the blood vessel, the lining get destroyed. If it get destroyed, it will lead to coagulation of blood. Okay. The components of the blood will accumulate there and it will lead to coagulation of blood. Okay. It is an important thing you have to understand, because currently the studies tell that the thing that we saw on X-ray as pneumonia, now after conducting many studies, they are telling that it is not because of pneumonia. Pneumonia means we know that our lungs, it is made up of air spaces. Through these air spaces, what will the oxygen will enter into our blood and the carbon dioxide will come out. Okay. In this air sac, the blood will accumulate, the air, liquid will or water will accumulate. It is known as pneumonia. Okay. So newer studies are telling that the thing that you see on X-ray as pneumonia, it is not because of the accumulation of fluid in these sacs. It is because of blood clotting inside the lungs. What is the reason of blood clotting? It is because of our antibodies which are attacking the normal cells which are present in the blood vessels. Okay, thereby producing coagulation of blood. Okay, that's why we are giving anticoagulants, and also to suppress this immune response, we are giving steroids there. Okay, then remdesivir. It is an antiviral medication. Okay, remdesivir is an antiviral medication. We all know that if we get chickenpox, the doctor will prescribe you acyclovir. Acyclovir is also an antiviral medication. Just like that only, remdesivir, it is a viral medication which has shown a good effect, some effect when the study was conducted in test tubes. Okay, because but it is not giving the same result in patients. Okay, some of the patients are responding, but some others are not responding. Okay, but it has shown effect in test conducted in the test tubes, but not much response in patients. The patients are showing somewhat altered response. Some patients will respond to remdesivir, but some others won't respond. Okay, and you have already heard that our defense research organization DRDO, they have developed a drug that is 2-deoxy-D-glucose. Okay, the concept is simple. Okay, the concept of 2-deoxy-D-glucose is every cell, okay, including the virus, if it want to replicate, they require nutrient, that is glucose. Okay, what will this 2-deoxy-D-glucose will do? It will enter, just like glucose, it will enter into the virus of the body, because the virus will take it for its nutrition. Okay, but it won't allow the virus to replicate. Okay, if the virus won't replicate, the number will be less, so that our immune system can easily control the infection. Okay, that is the mechanism of 2-deoxy-D-glucose. Okay, the complications. First one is pneumonia. Pneumonia, what will happen? The immune response. Some of the cases, they are telling that it is because of viral pneumonia. The virus is actually causing pneumonia. Pneumonia, I have told you what is pneumonia. Our lungs, it is made up of air sacs. Through these air sacs, the air or the oxygen enter into the blood and the carbon dioxide comes out of the blood. Okay, the sac get filled with fluid. So what will happen? So that air cannot pass into the blood, that is oxygen can't pass into the blood and carbon dioxide can't go out. So the patient won't be getting enough oxygen. Okay. Then acute adult respiratory distress syndrome. This pneumonia, it will lead to adult respiratory distress syndrome. Okay. And the patient will have sepsis or shock. Sepsis means it is nothing. It is the presence of organism in your disease causing organism in your blood. That is sepsis. Okay. It can be the virus or it can be the secondary infection caused by the bacteria. And next is thromboembolism. I have already told you the risk of thromboembolism. And the people at risk. Okay. These are the people at risk. That is more than or equal those who are aged more than 60 years. Then those who are having hypertension, diabetes, and obesity. Then if if they are having cancer, if they are having heart or lung problems, if they are immunocompromised. Okay, immunocompromised condition. You will have doubt which are these immunocompromised condition. It is if you are using steroids for any disease. Okay, if you are having autoimmune disease. Autoimmune disease means if our body, just like I told, instead of attacking microorganisms or foreign bodies, our body will attack our own cells. It is known as autoimmune response. Okay, instead of attacking these organisms or microorganisms, our body's defense system affect or it will destroy our own cells. It is known as autoimmune disease. In that condition, we have to suppress our immune response. So we will give them steroids. Okay, so they are in an immunocompromised condition. Okay, then HIV. As you all know, HIV will destroy the WBC, which is responsible for especially T lymphocyte. Okay, they are responsible for protecting you from infections. Okay, they are the defense mechanisms. Okay, this HIV virus, it will destroy the defense mechanism so that you are in an immunocompromised condition. Okay, then when should I test? Okay, if you are having symptoms, then just go and test. Okay, and if you are a primary contact, okay, your friend or your close contact, your family member, okay, they are having those if you are if a person who were in close contact with you become positive, then you have to do the test. Okay, then what are the tests? First one is RT-PCR. RT-PCR is reverse transcriptase polymerase chain reaction. You have to understand only a single thing regarding it. It will identify the genetic material of the virus. Okay, if with the help of the swab, we introduce the swab into our inside our mouth, and we will take the samples from there, and we are going to check if there is presence of genetic material of the virus in your pharynx. Okay, it is the most sensitive and specific test for diagnosing coronavirus disease. Okay, then rapid antigen test. We all know that the rapid antigen test, it is detecting antigen. Okay, antigen is what? Antigen is protein which is produced by the virus. Okay, it is detecting the protein which is produced by the virus, maybe the spike protein. Okay, then if you are having doubt that you have got the disease in the past, you don't know you have got the disease in the past, but you want to check whether you have got the disease in the past. In that condition, you can check the antibody test. Okay, if you check the antibody test, you can understand that whether the antibodies are produced against this virus in your body. If the virus enters into your body, normally the antibodies will be produced against it. Okay, so in that way, we can understand whether the virus had entered into our body and we were infected or not. Okay, then what are the long-term effects of COVID? Long-term effects, some of the patients are complaining about this long-term effect of COVID, and we are calling it as post-COVID syndrome. And they include fatigue, dyspnea, then anosmia, dysgeusia. Dysgeusia means a bad taste. Okay, you won't be able to appreciate the taste, and there will be a sensation of bad taste. Bad taste. Then cough and headache. Anosmia means there is loss of smell. Okay, dysgeusia means and there is loss of taste, or you will feel a bad taste in your mouth. Okay. Then how can we prevent COVID? Okay. I think you can see this. You have to wash your hands frequently. Okay. You have to wash while telling you can wash your hands with the help of soap and water, or you can use sanitizer. Okay, you can use soap and water, or you can use sanitizer. Okay, then if you are about to cough or sneeze, try to cough into a tissue paper or into the bend of your elbow, so that the droplets won't be entering into there and nobody others. And if you have COVID, then others won't get the disease. Okay, then try to use a tissue paper or cough or sneeze into the bend of your elbow. Then dispose the used tissue papers, then avoid contact. Okay, I have already told you, if you try with the, if your hand is infected with the virus and if you touch your eyes, nose and mouth, then you will get the disease. And try to avoid crowds. Okay, then avoid touching your face, then clean the surfaces frequently, then avoid public transport methods, use your own vehicles if it is possible. Okay, then you have to call hospital before going there, because if there is a crowd there, then there is a chance for getting your COVID. So then isolate yourself at home if you are having symptoms. Okay, don't try to go out if you have symptoms. You just sit in your house, and if you have doubt, you just go and test by taking adequate measures. Don't wander here and there. Okay, if there is a possibility for work from home, do like that, and use mask. Okay, use mask. Okay, vaccination. What is the principle of vaccination? I will tell it in a simpler way. Okay, in case if consider a war zone. Okay, and we are having a war with our enemy. Okay, if you don't know anything about your enemy, we know that we have intelligence systems for getting information about our enemy. Okay, if you don't have any information about their enemy, about their strength, about their strategy, we won't be able to defeat them. This is the same mechanism of vaccination. Okay, vaccine is, it is a part of the virus. Okay, here we are telling through this injection of this vaccine, our body become familiarized with the virus. Okay, here when our body become familiarized with the virus, it can kill the virus when the actual virus enters into our body. Once more I will tell, here in this the vaccination that we get here, this antibodies against, through this vaccination, antibodies against the spike protein viruses are produced in our body. Okay, the antibodies against these spike proteins, they are being produced in our body. So when an actual virus, here we are not actually injecting the virus, we are just actually saying that the Covishield, it is an mRNA virus. Okay, messenger RNA. It is having information regarding the synthesis of this spike protein. So what will happen? If this vaccine is injected into your body, our body cell will synthesize this spike protein. There is no genetic material, there is only this spike protein. Our body cell will synthesize this spike protein. So what will happen? It is a foreign thing. So our body will produce antibodies against these spike proteins. Okay, that thereby destroy all these spike proteins that has entered in our body through vaccination. Okay, when an actual coronavirus come, and it will, what will happen? It will be infecting the cells through these spike proteins only. So what will happen? Our body, they know that what antibodies are to be synthesized against these spike proteins. So these antibodies are synthesized at a faster rate, and they will destroy these spike proteins, and the virus won't be able to produce disease in us. So that is the mechanism of vaccination. Okay. Then soap and water, hand washing. I think you all know the steps of hand washing. If you don't know, I will tell it in the Q&A session. Okay, you can use soap and water, and you can use sanitizer. If your hand is contaminated with dirt or like that, you have to use soap and water, because the sanitizer won't remove your dirt. Okay. Okay, thank you. This is regarding the session. Now I think you
Yes.
can answer me.
Hello, sir.
Okay.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Sir, you are really great, sir. Remembering so much of medical terms. Awesome. Thank you so much for your informative words, sir. I hope every one of us here would have gained information about COVID, how it is entering our body, how it replicates its symptoms, then what kind of treatment should it is given, then how much of complications and who all are at risk, then what about the test, then it preventive measures also you said us. Then mainly for vaccination, it was indeed a great example, sir. You said us about a war and all. So now, volunteers, you can drop your questions in the chat box and unmute yourself if you want to ask something directly to the sir.
Yes, ma. First I would like to ask one question.
Yes, sir.
Sir, actually, recent days, there is one parallel fungus disease is happening in the vessels. You know, it affects eyes,
sir.
and then it creates some lot of allergy in bodies. What it, sir? What it is? It is
Mucormycosis, sir.
yes, yes. Sir. What is your comment on this regard?
Okay, sir. Sir, actually, this virus, it is normally present in the mold, which is present there. So normally, it won't affect our body, sir, because we are having a strong immune system. Okay. But after getting COVID, we will give the patient, I have already told, we will give the patient steroid, and also those who are immunocompromised by any ways. In that people, the virus, it is an opportunistic infection, sir. That means normally it won't produce disease in us. Okay. But if our immune system get lowered, they will surely infect us. Such kind of an example is this mucormycosis. Okay. This is a fungus, and if our immune system is low, it will produce disease in us. Actually, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. It will produce. It enters into our body through the nose, and it will multiply there. And we all know that we have a sinus here. Okay. We have a sinus here, and it will, through the nose, it will enter into these sinuses. And we all know that the orbit here, okay, the orbit and the sinus, they have just a connection by a thin plate of bone. Okay. So the fungus will, through the sinus, it reach the eyes. So the person will be getting a defective vision. Okay. Fungus. It is an invasive treatment. Okay. And we have to give strong antifungal treatment. These are the treatment for this mucormycosis infection.
Yeah.
Thank
Sir,
you for letting us.
another thing is, you know, steam inhaling and taking hot water. You know, steam inhaling, and it kills. People are telling that the hot steam, you know, 70 to 80 degrees, you know, it will kill the virus, like that they are telling. Is it correct? In what way it kills the virus?
Sir, actually, the studies tell that the virus become inactive if it is exposed to more than 70 degrees Celsius for 5 minutes. Okay. Through this steam inhalation, there is a chance, because we are inhaling this vapor. So there is a chance that some viruses can be removed. Okay. Moreover, it will improve our immune response, because the inner lining of our the respiratory tract, it is lined by mucosa. Means it is a It is not just like the skin which is present on our outer part. It is just smooth, and it will activate these mucosa, and the immune cells are present there. It will activate them so that a better immune response is produced.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Balamurugan sir,
Yes, ma'am.
I thought you are asking some more thing.
So you proceed with others.
Yeah, sir.
You give me less chance.
Participants, if you have any queries, you can directly ask to the speaker.
And also you posted some of the students posted questions in the chat box. Can you read out it, or can I read out?
Sir, I will read out it.
Yes.
There is a question from Feben Koshijaka. Should cancer patients also be vaccinated? Will it cause any abnormal changes?
Actually, the cancer is a condition where you are getting a decreased immune response. The patient will be immunocompromised. So that patients are at risk for getting the disease. So such patients should be vaccinated, and there is no contraindication for the cancer patient for not getting the vaccine. Okay, they can be vaccinated. There is no problem for them.
Any changes will not happen in their body.
No.
Okay, sir. So the next question is from Akshara Magesh. Can COVID-19 cause permanent damage to lungs? If so, can lung damage from this virus can be reversed in any way? How likely can an infected person be able to recover and regain lung function?
Okay. The COVID virus, it will affect your lung. Okay. It will destroy the normal alveoli. Alveoli, they are the air sacs that I have already told you. Okay. They will destroy them. In our body, there is a mechanism. If any part of our body is destroyed, our body will try to replace that part by fibrous tissue. Okay. Instead of normal cells being formed, our body will replace it by fibrous tissue. Okay. So if you are losing a part of the lung by COVID-19 or by coronavirus, our body won't replace that part with normal air sacs. Our body will produce fibrous tissue and replace there. So the function of that part of the virus is, that part of the lungs is lost. Okay. So that condition is known as lung fibrosis. Okay. You can prevent this lung fibrosis to an extent by the exercises, by respiratory exercises. By some respiratory exercises, you can prevent to some extent. To an extent, you can prevent this, but some amount of fibrosis can occur.
Sir, can we recover from that disease or what?
The total recovery from this fibrosis, it is not possible, but there will be fibrosis, and some extent we can come off by correct physiotherapy methods, by breathing exercise and physiotherapy methods. Medication, yeah, you have to consult a doctor before taking medications. Okay, here we are giving steroids for preventing the extent of the fibrosis. Okay, the dose and everything will be given, and it will be according to the physician who is treating you. Okay, we will give a steroid to prevent the fibrosis. Okay, but the dose you should not take by your own. You have to consult a physician, and you have to. Okay.
Yes, sir. The next is
Good evening, sir. If I may interrupt you all, can I just ask one question, sir?
Yeah, sure.
My name is Shruti actually, and today when we go outside, we can see a lot of people doing double masking. So they have one cloth mask and then a blue surgical mask or something like that. Is this actually effective?
Okay. Actually effective means it is just a logic. Okay, if you use a single mask, then there is a chance the virus can enter into your body. Okay, then if you are just using another mask, then that viruses which can pass through the first a single mask can be prevented by that. That's only the reason. Yes, it can prevent the entry of coronavirus into your lungs or into your body. That is the reason why the government asks you to wear double mask.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Good evening, sir. Sorry.
Okay.
One by one, one by one.
Yeah, Rashmi.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, sir. Actually, I'm Rashmi, and my question is that is there a possibility that a person can get COVID twice? And if yes, then what is the trend? Does it get more severe the second time, or is it like unpredictable?
Okay, there is a chance. The studies are telling that there is a chance that if a person has got COVID, he can get another episode, or another time he can contract the disease. Okay, and the severity actually we cannot predict, but the damage will be it will be more after the second disease. Okay, initially during the first COVID he has got some damage, and after getting another COVID there is added damage, so the damage after the second disease will be more. Okay, and we don't know how the second virus, the symptoms during the second virus, is if it will be more intense or no, that we cannot tell, but the damage caused by two viral disease will be more.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Thank you.
there's been a lot of news about the Indian double mutant. So, what exactly is it, and how does it make the virus harder to control in India?
Pardon?
There's been a lot of news about this new double mutant in India.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So, what is it, and how does it make the virus harder to control in India?
Okay. You have to know that the virus, it is having an RNA as its genetic material. Okay. We all know that if we use an antibiotic for a long time without the prescription of a doctor, then that bacteria, it will get resistance to that antibiotic. Okay, like that only here the virus is also, it is getting continuously mutated. Okay, there is variation is occurring in the virus, so that the treatment are not getting effective against them. And also the thing you have to remember is that the change is not there in their virulence. Virulence means their ability to produce severe disease. The change is mainly happening in their infectivity. Okay, infectivity means it is the ability to infect people. Okay, virulence means it is the ability to produce severe disease. Okay, the new strains which are being evolved, they have a high infectivity, but the virulence is not being increased. So the number of people who are getting the disease from a person is increasing. That is the reason why the cases which are being increased in the cases are being increased in our country. Okay, when the virus, if the infectivity increases, more number of susceptible people, that means aged people, immunocompromised people, they will get the disease because the infectivity is increased. So more people will get the disease, and if they are immunocompromised, or if their condition is bad, they can get the disease, become severe, and they will die. That is the reason for increased increased number of cases and increased number of deaths. I think it is the answer.
Thank you, sir.
No.
Sir,
Can
good
I
evening,
speak, sir?
Yeah, you go on. Okay.
Archana.
Hello.
Yeah, you can ask it out.
Yeah, sir. Actually, my brother was infected last week with COVID.
Okay.
Actually, he took Covishield vaccine first dose. He
Okay.
went for vaccination, and after 3 days, he got fever. So we thought it could be the problem of vaccination, and
Okay.
we took Dolo 650 for 3 days.
Okay.
That week went off, sir. On Sunday, he was completely out of breath. Like he could
Okay.
not take the breath on himself. He completely fell down, breathless. So we rushed into hospital, and they
Okay.
did HRCTC, and the score that has been given by HRCTC is 17/25, sir.
Okay.
And they say that he was admitted in the hospital on Monday. By tomorrow, it takes 1 week. It becomes 1 week. And what
Okay.
today the doctor was saying is,
Hmm.
it is like 50-50. We cannot guarantee. And if you get better hospital, you can shift him to some other hospital. And the
Okay.
problem is, my father is visiting the hospital, sir. He too got positive. Yesterday he did RT-PCR. So he got positive, and he's the only one who takes care of entire family. And we only the other two were women who are staying at home. And myself is very panic and emotionally became weak, sir. Sorry, I could not control my emotion.
Archana, don't worry, nothing will happen. I think your brother will recover because his age is, very less. He is having younger, Don't worry, nothing will happen. At this moment, you're supposed to be very strong to support your father and brother. I understand your feelings. Don't worry, nothing will happen.
Stay strong, Archana. Nothing will happen.
Sir,
yes.
now my father he's in isolation, and he was only the person who there at home men, and only the two women. My mother is also old woman, and I'm only the one who is taking care of all the things. So I could not understand. We all got negative, sir. Only my father got. I think it could be because of going to hospital during admitting him into hospital and going for paying the bills, all those things. He too took two doses of vaccination, sir. But
Your
still
father,
he yes, sir, my father.
Oh.
He done two shots have been done completed, both mother and father. But he got positive even after taking vaccination. And a few people, my relatives and neighbors, they were telling that could be the problem of vaccination or something like that. I could not understand what was happened. And he's a software engineer. He did not go out. Everything we used to do online, grocery, everything. He never went out. Only for vaccination day he went. That too, there is only these three. Only my father, mother, and my brother. Only three went. No one is there when they went for vaccination, sir. I could not understand from where the vaccine was, this virus was attacked. Damn sure, sir. They did not go. I give guarantee for that. They did not even went out of the gate.
Okay, Archana, there is a chance that you can get a disease even after you take the virus. Okay, even after you take the vaccination. But the thing I can ensure you is that the vaccine can give a protection of almost 60 to 90%. Okay, and
Yes.
the remaining people, it can protect them from severe disease. Okay, your father had taken, I think, 2 doses of this Covishield vaccine, right?
Yes, sir.
Then the chance for him getting a severe disease is very low. Okay,
Okay.
that is the studies that have proved. Okay,
In her art,
the
sir, it was showing 24.12, sir. My father, our CT value.
Okay, your father is having any comorbidities?
No, sir. As of now, no, we don't have. Even my brother, we are the complete pure vegetarian, sir. We don't go for smoking or drinking like that, sir.
Okay. We all know that we have the vaccine. The thing you have to understand is that you can get disease even after taking the 2 doses of COVID vaccine. But the studies are telling that the severity of coronavirus disease for a person who has got two doses of vaccination is very less. Okay. I think Archana, your father, even though the CT finding is like that, he can recover from that. I think so, because we have a good hospital system, we have a good healthcare. Then surely your brother and father can come out of the disease.
Okay, okay. Sir, could you please suggest any kind of precautions to be taken by other two people who are staying at home? See, we are on the. My father is in isolation, but still, we are scared, sir. What could happen at any time? We cannot predict, right?
Okay. You just try not to get panic. Okay. Try to be just telling that don't get panic. Okay. Then in your home, you just try to clean the home using the sanitizer. Do you have your sanitizer? Or
Yes, sir.
okay, then try to clean the things that they are using in their homes. Okay, the chair, the utensils, everything. You just try to sanitize, and you just try to disinfect them. Then there is a chance that you two are only staying at home. Your father is also there at home.
Yes, sir. He was staying in separate room.
Okay, okay. In that condition, you have to take strong precaution for you not getting COVID. Okay, you have to wear a inside the home. You have to do social distancing. You have to do you have to you don't go near your father. Okay, that is the main thing. Because if you want to give food, then you just put the utensil there and call him. He will come and take it. Okay, try to avoid maximum contact. Then
Okay, sir.
then you try to drink in the food. We are telling you try to drink a lot of water. Then try
Okay.
to get very good sleep. Then try to get the food which are rich in vitamin A, D, and vitamin C. Okay.
Okay.
Vitamin C, you need the citrus fruits, the orange, lemon, like that. And
Okay, sir.
vitamin by you just expose yourself to sun between 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. for 10 minutes. From that, you will
Okay.
get adequate amount of vitamin D, and vitamin A, carrot, like that you can eat. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Have good food. Okay. Wash your hands properly. Wash thoroughly your hands. Use sanitizers to disinfect the material which are used by your father and your brother. And then these are the ways. If you're getting any symptoms, you just go and check. Okay.
Sir, do we need to take again RT-PCR, sir, after 1 week or 10 days like that? Why? Because we all took yesterday, day before yesterday, and the report was given yesterday. Is it required for us again to go for test, or do we need to take some time? Can you please tell me the duration, if required?
I think you have done the test yesterday, right?
Yes, sir. Day before yesterday.
Okay. If you or your mother get any symptom, okay. Now
Okay.
after this time, if you get any symptom, you just go and check. Okay.
Oh.
Or else when your father becomes when your father will go for getting tested for the second time. Okay. He will go for a second time for testing antigen to know that whether he is out of the disease or not. At that time, you can go and check the antigen testing. Okay, you
Okay,
can
sir.
do the antigen testing. Okay.
Okay, sir.
If you are getting any symptom, then just go and do the test. Okay. If
Okay,
you don't have any symptom, when your father go for checking the second time to know if he is out of the disease, then you just go and do an antigen test or RT-PCR. Then you just be sure that you won't be having any disease.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Archana, don't worry.
Archana, we are all with you. Don't worry.
Yes, sir.
Board at this time you should not lose your confidence.
Yes, sir. Actually, I'm the PhD scholar of VIT, sir. I'm staying at Hyderabad. I'm a part-time research scholar.
Oh, very good, very good, very good. Okay, Archana, see, as doctor advised,
Yes,
please
sir.
follow the rules strictly. And then I see often sanitize the floor, the places where you are using as doctor advice. And in fact, take heavy hot water.
Yes, sir.
Don't use fridge items. Sorry, sir, I'm adding few more things. I'm sorry, I'm
No,
taking
sir, no
water.
problem. No
Because
problem.
from my experience, I would like to share with them. And then you take, as I said, steam mineral.
Yes, sir.
The people ask your father, you people take 4 or 5 times steam mineral. You can use eucalyptus oil and some other ingredients like lemon.
We are putting easy breath, sir. Do we need to continue, or only normal water is enough, sir?
I think you see.
Yes,
Sorry,
sir.
this is really I don't know whether I'm giving you appropriate answer, But
Okay,
anyway,
sir.
steam inhaling, the machines are available in the.
Yes, sir. It's there, sir. It's there.
Yeah. Just you put some what are this? Some ingredients like what pepper, what are this? Suddenly, I'm not able to recollect the names.
Turmeric, sir.
Turmeric, all those things you had it. Then some leaves, neem leaves and other leaves. You put it and have the steam mineral as
Okay, sir.
doctor advised. Hot water is very messy. Don't go for cool water.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you so much, sir,
Nothing
for
will happen since
VIT
you,
also.
as doctor advised, father got already vaccinated. Nothing will happen.
Yes, sir.
Even the vaccinated people will get the disease, but it will not affect the lungs. They will be protected.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir, doctors.
Sir, I would like to ask with respect to the vaccine.
Okay,
the government approved one more vaccine, Sputnik. They are suggesting that only one dose is enough. What's your comment in this regard?
Sir, I'm not an expert to comment whether it is enough or not, sir. But if the government say that it is regarding the test result, they are determining the number of doses. Okay. Here also the vaccine that we take, the Covishield vaccine, in order to boost the immune response that we have got from the first vaccination, it is for that purpose only we are getting the second dose. Okay. If the first dose is enough to produce a long-lasting immunity, then there is no need for a second dose. It is truly depending on the type of the vaccine and the test result they have got while conducting these experimental studies in the patients. They have conducted these experiments, so they know it is according to them, sir. We can't tell anything like that. It is according to these manufacturers. They have done studies for that, and it is for like that only.
Sir, and then in our presentation, you said that DRDO found one powder type medicine.
Yes, sir.
To treat the corona. The results shows that 90% to up to 95-96% of the percentage of the viruses killed by the powder. Really, I do not know much about that DRDO's invention. Can you elaborate it, sir?
Okay. The thing we have to understand is that our body, any cell, okay, our body is made up of cells. Okay, any cell, for its replication, it needs energy. We all need energy for our survival. Okay, like that only our body and including the virus, it needs energy, or specifically saying it needs glucose. Okay, for multiplication, for replication and multiplication. Okay, what we do here is that this glucose, here the drug, it is 2-deoxy D-glucose. Okay, it will enter into the virus. Okay, the virus need this for its survival and replication, and it will just like it take the glucose, it will take this medicine. Okay, when this medicine enters into the virus, it won't be able to replicate. Okay, if it won't be able to replicate, then there won't be large number of virus in our body. So the viral load in our body is very low, so that our immune system can effectively destroy these viruses which had already entered in our body. That is the mechanism. That is the thing that I have understood after reading the newspaper reports.
So that powder, what the DRDO invented, will stop the replication of the viruses, but it will not kill.
Our body, sir, the virus, it will be killed by our body. Okay, the virus, it just it is needed only, sir. Just control the antibiotic also. The antibiotic that we use, it is bacteriostatic as well as bactericidal. Bacteriostatic means they will control the replication. Bactericidal means they will actually kill the bacteria. Okay, just like if it prevent the replication, then our body can effectively remove the virus or kill the virus which has entered into our body. Our body, it is the thing that is destroying the virus.
And the second thing, sir, with respect to the vaccine, see, nowadays, with regard to the Archana's case, his father took 2 doses of vaccine, but still affected by virus. You know, this type of scenarios, you know, not motivating the youngsters like what students, you know, to have the vaccines. Nowadays, the government given permission to provide vaccine to the students who are having 18 and above, you know. So this type of news, you know, like what the people after having 2 doses of vaccine, still people are getting what the infection. What is your advice? What's your comment with regard to vaccine? Whether this, whether they have to go for vaccine? What is your strong advice?
Okay. Okay. There is a chance that if you get 2 doses of vaccine, you can get the disease. Okay. But the thing you have to remember is that if you are getting a disease after you take the 2 doses of vaccine, the impact of that disease to your body will be minimum. It will produce a very little damage to your body. Okay. But if you are not taking vaccine and you are getting the disease, means your body or the virus will produce a serious disease in you. Okay. The death and the severity of people who had got 2 doses of vaccine is very less. Very, I think it is very less. The studies have shown like that. For the severity and the death will be less. So it is better to take the vaccination. Through vaccination only we can control this coronavirus disease now, because it is spreading at a faster rate. There is a protection, sir. Actually, they are offering a 60 to 90% protection. They are also offering. If they are still getting the disease, then the symptoms and the severity will be minimum.
Yes, sir. Even I have seen in TV one doctor interview. He said that in this hospital, it does not find any patient who vaccinated 2 doses. You know, you find only the non-vaccinated people in the ICU.
Yes, sir.
ICU category. Okay, if he is finding what the patients, you know, who have not taken the vaccination, only in ICU beds. But in normal beds they have, but as you said, you know, not giving a severe damage, because this the vaccination gives some kind of protection to the body.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, Archana. Sorry, I'm occupying much of your. Sorry.
Someone
Acha.
was.
Nothing
sir.
like that, sir. I'm very happy to get awareness about this, sir, so that at least this could be helpful for me to be
Definitely,
safe.
as per doctor's statement, your father will recover quickly. Ask
Yes,
him
sir.
to take hot water, mineral hot steam.
Yes, sir.
Take the Ayurvedic products in order to increase the immune system in the body.
Yes, sir. Sir, could I please ask one doubt, sir?
Yes, please, please.
Yeah, sir. Today, as when I spoke to doctor through phone, he was saying that my brother is completely depending on 15 liters of this oxygen. He could not take, or he cannot generate. Like I could not tell in medical way, his body is not generating the oxygen, or his lungs are not generating the oxygen on his own. Completely he's depending upon this 15 liters of oxygen, sir, from Monday to till day. And what he was saying is we can tell what could be the situation of the patient after 48 hours.
Okay.
Because the lungs are not supporting, he was saying, and he's 38 years of age, sir, and he too had one shot of vaccine. I could not understand what I have to do, to whom I need to approach. And he has completed 6 remedies for injections, and some other injection, I could not remember that name, which cost around 48,000. That was also given, sir. And the major problem he was saying is the lungs were most of the parts of the lungs are affected, like that could be the major problem why the oxygen is not why he's not the lungs are not generating the oxygen. Can you please advise me to whom I need to approach? If you have any contact of any doctor who is a specialist in pulmonologist, like in Hyderabad? Please, can you let me know so that I can approach?
Archana, actually, I'm a doctor in Kerala. I just don't know much doctors there. I think sir can help you. Sir, do you know any doctors there?
Yes, at Hyderabad, really, I do not know, sir. I'm also staying at nearby university in Chennai only.
We'll try to help you, Archana.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Tell
as per
us
your knowledge,
contacts.
could you please tell me whether we can expect the safety of my brother? Because he was saying 48 hours. My heart is not taking that, sir, actually.
Be strong, Archana. We can pray that nothing will happen to your brother. That's the only thing that I can tell now.
Nothing will, even since he got what one dose of vaccine, definitely he will recover, ma. Don't worry.
Okay.
Do not worry.
Thank
I think
Don't worry,
be
Archana.
strong. Take care of yourself, your mother, your father, and then the people will, the doctors will take care of your brother at hospital. I think he will recover. You need not worry about that. Definitely will recover.
Sir, at least do we need to take medicines, sir, like me and my mother? Up to now, we did not have any symptoms, and the report was also negative. Is it required for us to take any medicines?
No, Archana, you just try to eat you just try to follow the things that I have told you, and also the sir had told you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You just get adequate sleep, then drink lot of water, then the fruits, vitamin A, D, and vitamin C. Okay.
Okay, sir.
You try to include more of these in your diet. This will improve your immunity. Okay.
Okay,
And
sir.
you also try to get vaccinated as soon as possible. Okay.
Yeah, I took first dose, sir. I took first dose.
Okay. Okay. Try to at what time you have got your first dose?
Almost 15 days, sir.
Okay. Then the immune response has started in your body. Okay, then don't worry, Archana. We can just your father, he will be okay, and your brother, we can just pray for him.
Thank you so much, sir. I request everyone, every participant here, please pray for the God.
Charlie.
Definitely our prayers are with you, ma. Don't worry.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, shall we continue?
Yes. Sir, can we? Sorry, can we go ahead with a few more questions? They are occupying your time, sir.
No, sir, no problem.
Okay, sir. So there is a question from.
I'm sorry, can I interrupt?
Yeah, sure.
Good evening, sir. This is Gayatri. Sir, I wanted to ask a question about the vaccine. So, I have a severe allergy of the quinolone group of medicines. So, the doctors that I consulted, they asked me to avoid the vaccination as much as I can. So, can you tell what can be done in this situation?
Okay. The thing that you have to understand is that if you are having if you are having allergy to the components which is present in their vaccine, then you will get a severe reaction. Okay. You have already told that you have allergic response to these fluoroquinolone groups, and actually, I think you can follow your doctors. I think it is the better option, because if there is a chance that you can get a severe allergic reaction, there is a chance because you have allergic reaction to a drug. Okay, then there is a chance that you can have allergic reaction to any of the components which is present in the vaccine. Okay, the doctors are already there. They will monitor you for 30 minutes, but there is a chance of risk you for getting severe allergic response. Okay, if your doctor told you to not take the vaccine, then better you just follow their orders. You just avoid getting vaccination, but you can try other ways of protection by using mask and regularly washing your hands and using sanitizer, like that, and improving your immunity by the methods that I have already told. If the
Thank you, sir. But sir, one more thing actually. So, what if, for example, colleges reopen or things come back to normal after the vaccination has been completed in the country? And what if it's a compulsion that everybody, for example, who's attending the college should be vaccinated? So, in that case, is there anything else that can be given as a proof that yes, I am safe from getting the virus?
Uh, you're telling that what are the precautions you should take to prevent getting the disease?
No, for example, now, sir, actually, if we have to travel abroad, it's sort of a compulsion that you should be vaccinated in your home
Okay.
country itself. So, for example, if our college reopens and if the authorities make it a compulsion that the students should be vaccinated before they come to the campus, but being allergic to the components of the vaccine, I can't take the vaccination. So,
Okay.
what is the option for me?
Then you just can go to a doctor. You can just go to I don't think the colleges can compel you to get a vaccine if you are having an allergic response. If they are not allowing you to enter the college even after you saying that, you just go to the doctor who are told you to not take the vaccine. In his prescription part with his name on it, he will give a letter to your college. Okay, you can just submit this letter to whomsoever concerned, and they will surely allow you to get in the college. Okay, if they are not allowing, then surely it is a punishable offense. Nobody can do like that because it is a medical emergency. Okay, then nobody can tell like that.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
No.
Hello, sir. I am Pradyumna. Sir, what are the immediate precautions or medication to be taken, like immediately after finding any symptoms of COVID-19?
Okay, I have already told the symptoms are the treatment that we take are just supportive care. Okay, if you are having high fever means high temperature. If you're having high temperature, then you can take paracetamol tab. Okay, dolo 650 milligram, then you can take. Okay, then if you are having then if the symptoms, if you are having difficulty in breathing, okay, like that, if you are having like the symptoms are getting worse, then you just need to go and consult a doctor. Otherwise, the treatment that we give is just supportive care. If you are getting a fever, you will just give you paracetamol. Then if there is an associated secondary bacterial infection, we will just give you antibiotic. And if your condition is getting worse, you just go and visit a doctor. Okay, don't try to administer any medication by yourself. Just take a paracetamol dolo 650 milligram. If the fever is not getting reduced by that, you just go and get an expert opinion. Don't try to take treatment at home.
Sir, thank you, sir. Another small thing, sir. My
Okay.
grandmother has had her first dose before 40 days, sir. It's like
Okay.
first the situation was not so bad and vaccines were available, so they said we had to get vaccinated after, we had to get the second dose after 4 weeks of the first dose. And
Okay.
like the vaccines are not at all available in our locality, like in our town and all. So now they are
Okay.
saying that we can also take the second dose from 6 to 7 weeks or 7 to 8 weeks. It's already been
Yeah.
40 days, sir. Will there be any problem like if we
No,
don't
no.
get
No, no. If it is delayed to 6 to 7 weeks also, the recent studies are telling that if we delay the time of the second dose, okay, if you delay the time of second dose, the immune response produced in our body will be elevated. Okay, so you will get a better protection if you take the second dose after, or if the second dose is delayed. Okay, so you don't need to worry this, because, and also there is a shortage of vaccines in our country. So that is also the reason, and also the recent studies tell that there is a better protection if the second dose is delayed. So there is nothing to worry. Just and your grandmother, she's a susceptible, she's an elderly woman, so there is a high chance for getting a disease. So take other measures, use mask, then social distancing, washing your hands, then steam inhalation, everything, good food, like that. take everything else and avoid going out like that.
And can you suggest any precautions after getting COVID-19, sir? Like after recovering from the
Pardon?
COVID-19, after recovering from the
Okay.
COVID-19,
Uh,
can you suggest any
uh,
precautions?
Nothing, just like before getting COVID, use mask, then regularly wash your hands, like that only. There is
sir.
nothing after, just like that only.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay.
Sir, what is the appropriate time to take vaccine after the recovery of COVID?
Okay. Okay. Actually, if you are getting COVID, okay, if you are contracting the disease, then there is a chance that the antibodies are already formed in your body. Okay. Scientifically saying, you can go and check the level of antibodies against COVID in your body. Okay. If it is less than the needed value, then you can take the vaccination. Okay. Then you can take the vaccination. Now we know that there is a severe shortage of vaccination. Vaccines are available. So try to take vaccine after 6 months. Okay. Or at least 3 months. Because you will get a protection by these antibodies you have got from the original disease. Okay. So you can wait for 3 or 6 months and then you can go and take the vaccine. Earlier it was told that 1 month because there is a shortage of vaccine here. You have, if you are getting COVID, you will get some amount of antibody will be produced in your body. So you will get a protection. So you can take the vaccine after 3 to 6 months.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Sir, I would like to add one more question. During the first wave of this pandemic, only the elderly people, the people who are having above 60 and 60 and above, got infected more, and then many fatality cases arose. Now, during the second wave, even the people who are having above 30 and below 40 also affected much, and because of this mutated virus. And then people also saying that the third wave will affect the children, the below 18 years old people. Really, I don't understand what actually happens in the mutated virus.
Sir, pardon, sir?
See, actually, the second wave is affecting, it is most youngsters, the people who are having less than 40 years, 30 years.
Yes, sir.
Are affected by this COVID-19, and then the people are predicting that the third wave, again another wave will come,
yes,
like that. People are telling that will affect the kids. What's your comment? Why it happens like this? Is it true? I don't understand.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Adding to, I'm sorry. Adding to sir's question, does the mutation makes it weaker, sir? So the second wave is due to some mutation, sir. So if another mutation takes place, can it get weaker? Is it possible that the another mutation gets weaker?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Jay, the answer to your question is when the virus repeatedly. Okay. We are using inactivated viruses as inactivated organisms are vaccine. Okay. In that, what we are doing is that we are repeatedly repeatedly culturing them. That means after reinfection, that means after as the time progress, as the virus infect many hosts or many cells, the virulence, the ability to produce severe disease will be reduced. Okay, that is the mechanism. This is how we produce live inactivated vaccines. Okay, we will allow the organism to infect a cell, then it will infect the cell, then we will allow the same organism to infect another cell, then another cell. By this procedure, we are actually reducing the virulence of that organism. Okay, so the experts are telling that after some time, okay, after some time, this coronavirus, the virulence will be very low, so that it will just come as a mild cold. Okay, just like we are getting cold, it will be, and we know that the cold that we get, it is caused by rhinovirus. Okay, now in future, the virulence of the virus will progressively decrease, and we will get the disease as a mild cough, a mild cold. Like that only we'll get the disease, and the disease will be removed. Okay, the virulence, it will decrease as the time progresses. That is what the experts are telling. And SARS question, sir, there is a chance. I have also read that there is the same thing also. That is, the first wave, it mainly affected the elderly population. Second wave, it is now affecting the younger population, and there is high chance, the experts are predicting, the third wave will be affecting the kids. Yes, and actually the experts, they are taking adequate measures for a future third wave. Okay, it is, the reason is that the adult and we are getting vaccinated. Okay, we younger population and the elderly, we are getting vaccination, or we are actually getting the disease, and our body is producing antibody against this. Okay, any antibodies against these viruses, and we are protected. But the children, actually the studies are telling that it mainly affect the school going children, I think less than 12 years. I think it mainly, I think the study tells that, I have heard it from somewhere, there is a chance that they will get the disease during the third wave. Okay, but the vaccination, only the studies, it is conducted for people who are aged more than 18 years. Okay, the vaccination studies are conducted in people who are aged more than 18 years. That is the reason why we are not giving the vaccination for those who are aged less than 18 years. Okay, we don't know what will happen if we administer the vaccine to these people. So that is the reason why we are not giving the vaccine. But we are expecting, I think by reading all this, and I'm not at all an expert to tell that, I'm not at all a virologist or an epidemiologist, but the experts are telling that there is a high chance for a third wave, and it will be mainly affecting the children. Okay, I think also.
Hope you all got appropriate answers. Thank you, sir, for answering all our queries. It was such an informative session. Archana, could you place your contact details in the chat box so that we can help you in any of the ways?
Definitely, ma'am. Just now I posted.
Okay, thank you, Archana.
Thank you all.
Now I would like to grab a couple of minutes to tell about our initiative. Donation is never new for NSS. We, as all volunteers, give our best to.
1 minute, ma. 1 minute, ma. Just we will. After that, you can discuss. Still, SAR is available. Why are you wasting this valuable presence? If anybody wants to ask some more question, you are all fortunate. Nowadays during this pandemic time, getting doctors time, their valuable time is very tough. At this time, really, sir, you are really great for spending a lot of time with our students. Even though we know many things about COVID-19, your interaction with your presentation, we come to know many things. Really, we thank you, sir. Any questions, ma? Would you like to post to doctors?
So, excuse me, sir.
Yes, Rahul.
So, with your permission, can I add a word for that would be helpful for Archana?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Archana, this is Rahul. Actually, I can feel your pain. Like my father was affected with COVID, and even my father was maintained in a pressure of 30 liters of oxygen, and he got 6 remdesivir injections, everything. He is a diabetic. He has many side effects, but even though he has been recovered, his severeness was so high, and doctor said his lungs have been damaged for 90%, but also he is recovered from the COVID. So please don't worry about it. It is not a big case, like it's not a big how can I say?
Thank you, Raghu. Thank you.
Please be strong. Like even my father was affected so heavily, but it's not this much severe case. So even I'm started an NGO, Let's Help Us. I will try to give you any contact in Hyderabad.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ragul, for your valuable words. Yes, yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, 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 thank you.
Any
Yes,
other
any questions? Any questions you want to ask to doctor? Sir, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, since these students are attending, we are conducting the classes in online mode more than I think 1 year. From last March onwards, we conduct completely through online courses because at VIT we have students throughout the country, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. Throughout the country, we have the volunteers. Therefore, we didn't get chance even to have 1 or 2 months. Even in Tamil Nadu in other states, add classes for students for 1 or 2 months. But at VIT, they didn't come to the campus after March 20. So, what's your advice? Hopefully, we will let us hope that the pandemic end this July or June, so that we will hope to have the classes in campus. Okay. So, in this regard, what's your advice to them with regard to vaccine? So still because of this type of newses, as I said earlier, what is what it is demotivating the students to take what the vaccines. So what's your final advice to them?
Okay, if anybody is thinking that the vaccine is injurious to your health, or if you take the vaccine, you will get you will die, then all the health workers in Kerala would be dead by today. Okay, because all the health workers, they are the first one, or in the country. Okay, they are the first one to take the vaccination. Okay, they have all I think almost all the health workers, they have got the vaccination during the initial time. Okay, the thing you have to understand is that the vaccine, through this vaccine, you will get a protection. As I already told you, get a protection, and if you get a second disease, the disease won't be severe. Okay, this is the thing only we can do now, because the people are dying there, and we are and we have got less time. Okay, actually the vaccine, or if a drug, if you are making a drug, it will take a large number of years to manufacture. Okay, we have some limitations here, and through this time and within this time, people have developed this vaccine, and it is giving adequate protection also. Okay, but there will be just like by telling any 1 or 2 incidents, or any bad incidents which had happened there, it was how will if you just spot it out and you tell that I won't take the vaccine, then you won't be able to take any medications. Okay, if you are taking paracetamol, you will get liver damage. If it goes excess, then it will destroy your liver. Okay, if you are using ayurvedic medication, it can lead to hepatitis. Okay, if for everything, for the Newton's third law, I think it is for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Okay, it will be there. Okay, it is for your own protection. Okay, the health workers, they are struggling there for this. Okay, they're leaving their families, and they are risking their lives for this. Okay, so without considering the people, what the people are telling, you just go and take the vaccine at your time, and it will give you protection, and it will prevent you from severe disease.
Yes, yes, volunteers, students, even I took both doses. So 15 days back, I think 15, 16 days back, I had a second dose. So I'm normal. Even I didn't get what fever, so nothing happened to me. So as per doctor's advice, please go for vaccine. Probably, as I said, probably while entering to the campus, people will ask you whether you are vaccinated or not, like that. Be prepared for that. Hopefully, you will be called to vaccinate. I do not for the exempted cases.
Do anyone of you have any other questions?
Any
like
other
this?
questions? Any other questions? Otherwise, so sir is spending more than 1 hour 40 minutes with
Yeah,
us.
sir.
Sir, really, sir, on behalf of VIT Chennai, NSS,
Sir,
we are
someone is
grateful to
asking
you.
doubt, sir.
Yes, yes, sir. 1 minute,
Congratulations.
1 minute, 1 minute. We
Yes.
are really grateful to you, sir. During this pandemic, you have extended your valuable time. It's really great. We won't forget it. We would like to have a close association in future also. So in case if you get chance to visit VIT, sorry, Chennai, you are most welcome to VIT. Even if you accept our invitation, we will conduct in-person programs in the campus. Please do accept our invitations in future also, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma.
Sir, we had a query, sir, from Sangramich.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, I just have a basic query. So I was just, sir, if we get vaccinated, means I have been vaccinated with Covishield. So, sir, is it if by chance any person means some of my cousin, and if by chance he have vaccinated, he gets vaccinated beforehand, means before the prescribed date, will it affect him or her? Means will it affect him or her, sir? I mean, he has also
Pardon,
been vaccinated with Covishield.
I don't understand the question. Can you repeat once more?
Sir, means before the prescribed date, if he gets vaccinated, means after there is some prescribed date after getting the first dose. So for getting the second dose, if he gets vaccinated before the prescribed date, will be any side effects of that?
No side effect like that.
Okay. So thanks. That's one basic. Thank you, sir.
But why are you wait, ma? See, the people
No,
are
sir,
telling
because
that.
yes, sir, because my cousin's father has to get transferred due to
No,
work.
no, nothing will happen. You know, if you get vaccinated earlier, that will not give good protection. You know, so the research shows that only after 8 weeks, you know, sir, 7 or 8 weeks. Now they are they are extending 1 more week. Even
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
delay vaccinated will give you more protection.
Yes,
the virus, it will create more antibodies in your body. It will give more protection if you get vaccinated lately. But don't go beyond that the prescribed date. Go with the doctor's advice.
Okay. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Is there anyone who wanted to unmute yourself?
Enough, ma. Enough.
Okay,
Sir
sir.
is waiting long.
Sir, thank you so much for your informative session, sir. I, on behalf of VIT Chennai NSS team and on my own behalf, I wholeheartedly thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and enriching us with your informative words. Thank you so much, sir. I certainly say that your spark will light up our candles. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, I also want to thank Jay Varsha and Sir and Anlin for inviting me for this, and also sparing, and also all, and also I also want to thank to all who heard me for this long. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Please have association with us in future also, sir. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, Devas, you go ahead.
Proceed, sir.
Yes, you go with
Yes.
your.
I would like to tell about our initiative. Donation is never new for NSS. We as volunteers give our best to do what we can and we provide service to the people. Now we have come up with a new idea of raising funds. Raising funds through the donation drive named Yes, We Need Your Help, in which we are donating to a NGO named Santi Welfare Association. Basically, the main motto of this donation drive is to help some children by providing them access to educational facilities during this critical time for their education. We are hoping that you could donate at least rupees 30 for the education. A small amount you donate sums up to a large amount. A small change can make a big difference. So the payment details are displayed in the poster and will be placed in the chat box also. Please donate at least rupees 30 for the education of the children. So I hope we have reached the end of the session. It's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. I would like to place my hearty thanks to Balamurugan sir and Balamurli sir for organizing this event on the right time and for the guidance they provided to all of us. I thank each and every participant for their energetic involvement and made the session very lively. And I finally thank my teammates for making this event a successful one. Thank you all.
Yes, ma. Finally, I would like to add, my dear volunteers, is, during this pandemic, we heard a lot of what are this? The situation. I hope you all aware of it. I do not tell anything. See, please stay safely at home. Okay, be strong on this moment. Okay, that is very much needed at this hour. So please take care of your brothers, sisters, parents, and you yourself. You take care. Don't go outside. Outside the situation is very worse. As a doctor advised, So you are aware of the about what COVID-19, but after attending this, I hope you people got some more inputs with respect to what COVID-19. Please go for vaccine. Okay, that's what I want to say. Nothing is there. Have a nice day. We'll meet again in another program. Okay, thank you.
The participants, please do fill the feedback form.
Yeah, please provide.
The link is provided in the chat box.
Yes. Please provide your feedback form.
You can leave the meeting after filling the feedback form.
Anlin Saji.
Yes, sir.
Sir, really, I appreciate the event coordinator, sir.
Yeah, the event coordinator. I would like to appreciate Devasha and then Anlin Saji. These two are coordinators. I think, am I correct?
Febin also, sir.
Who is that?
Febin, sir.
Where is he?
I'm here, sir.
Show your face, ma.
Yes.
Febin. Thank
Yeah.
you, Febin. Good.
Sure.
Yeah, initially you introduced yourself. Sorry for that.
Yeah.
So good, I say, because getting doctor's appointment at this time, doctors are having, they are now God. Doctors and the nurses are great. So even we are very much afraid of going very near to the COVID-19 affected people, but the doctors are treating them, moving along with them. Nurses are going along with them. It is very great. But some few cases, after taking vaccines, the protection is not enough. But but look at the doctors, nurses, all frontliner workers are got vaccinated, but nobody is affected. So they have to blame. In the US, all 60% of the population vaccinated. They started to vaccinate to above 18. Even they started to vaccinate the children also after US. So the situation is going like that. We're being engineering students. We have to believe the science, research, everything. That's what I want to say. My advice is from my experience, from my knowledge, I would like to tell you that please have hot water. Heavy hot water, steam mineral. As doctor said, above the virus kills in the temperature of 70 and above centigrade. So please go good with the steam mineral. Okay. So have you filled the feedback? Can I end up the meeting, Aditya and others, for organizers, Sabine,
Yes, sir.
Devarsha, Anlin? Can I end up the meeting?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if I end it, everything will go. So once again, thank everyone of you. Bye bye. Take care. We'll
Thank
meet
you,
you
sir.
once again.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.